All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're back on the 50 again. We're still working on the floors. We're gonna probably try to get the floors back in. That's the goal. I know earlier in the last episode I mentioned something about the transmission cross member. I forgot to video that. I don't know what I was thinking, so we'll show you what we got there. We'll show you that finished project. We got the motor set in where it's supposed to be, the transmission set at the angle it's supposed to be. Everything should be perfect in that aspect. Went ahead and we'll start fitting the new panels in the floor, and hopefully by the end of this one we'll have a floor again. Kind of cool. So, thanks for coming back. Thanks for watching the channel. I'd appreciate a like, subscribe if you get a chance to there, if you like what you see. We'll try to build this channel up, and we'll continue building this car. And here we go. We're going to get started. All right. Here we go, guys. We're working on the 50 coupe here. We're trying to get these floors fixed up. Everything we do to it, we're finding a little more rust here and there. We went through, I'll flip you around here. We went through and we fixed up the rockers here. Rockers were pretty rusty, so we put some new metal in there. Got the brace across. I didn't want to spend a lot of money buying panels, so we just patched them up. We're in the process of getting this passenger side down. We got the driver's side fitted. It came out pretty well. Got that transmission mount in there. I guess I forgot to video that, and so we got that in there. Now the motor and trainer sitting, has one in the car like they're supposed to be. Yeah, so today we're gonna try to tackle the passenger side of this floor. We got the panels here partially fit. We'll get at it and bring you along. We'll probably speed it up because it's pretty boring work to watch. So, but I appreciate you guys still here hanging out and watching us and having some fun with us. And we'll get going. All right. So I kind of got the floor pans where I want them. And we got to get some holes in there so we can plug weld them, the brace across the center there. You see that. Well, I'm not an expert at this. And I'll tell you, I've watched a few of the other YouTubers out there in YouTube land, and to be honest with you, I kind of stole this from Sleeper Dude. Thanks, Sleeper Dude. If you guys haven't seen Sleeper Dude, go over there and check out his channel. He's very, very intelligent, very, very full of useful knowledge when it comes to bodywork and stuff. From what I gathered, he was in that industry for a long time. But anyway, enough about that. But I watched him do this to his car, so I'm gonna slide underneath this car. And sorry about this goofy looking angle, but he went underneath the car, and we'll turn this around. He just took a marker and he went like this, and he traced it. He traced all these braces, front and back. And what that does, it's going to give you a pattern to go up to the top and drill for your plug welds. I thought it was pretty ingenious. I'm not an expert at any of this. I'm just a guy in a garage hanging out. So we'll get this all outlined like he did. Sometimes it pays to watch and learn some things from people, because I think this is a great idea, considering I don't know what the heck I'm doing. So it's tough to get into some of these angles, but we got this side all traced. I'll slide over to this other side. That jack stand all the way. Look at that pretty transmission mount. Yeah, isn't that nice? Yeah. All right. We'll get this side traced up real quick. And then get over here. And go around everything. Oh, got a little rust in my mouth. That didn't taste good. This side traced up. I think that's it. Look at there. Got a sunroof. Let me put this way. And I'm sorry for that angle of that camera. You're gonna get awful dizzy hanging out with me today. But let me slide back out of here, and I will pop one of these panels up. Boy, it's tough being a chubby guy on the ground. That's no fun. All right. Okay, let's try to get an angle. Obviously, we're gonna go around the edge here. We're gonna punch some holes in there. That's simple. We'll punch some holes in this side here. And get that out of the way. Get this light shut off. We don't need him anymore. So we'll get this clamp off of here. And I'd like to set you down, but if I set you down, we'll be all messed up. So get this panel back out. Flip that over, and look at there. We got a nice template, somewhat, to go every few inches right inside there. Drill ourselves some holes that we can weld on. Isn't that ingenious? Thanks, Sleeper Dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, you taught me something there, and I'm gonna try it out. Looks like it makes sense to me. So. All right, we're gonna get to drilling some holes, punching some holes. are, guys. We got the floor all put in. We rebuilt some rocker panels here. We just did the top of them. We put in our panels that we ordered up. And do a couple patch panels up there on top of the tunnel. And another one over there on the passenger floorboard. Got everything ready now. We're going to do a little seam sealing on the seams here, obviously. We picked up a product. I don't know where I put it. Let me go over here. I'll flip you around here and we'll walk over. Sorry about that. You get dizzy with that thing. I got me a tube of, what do we got here? We got aficionado medium body seam sealing compound. We're gonna put that in here and fix up these seams and seal it all up. We'll when we're all done, we'll go underneath too and do the same thing. Seal it all up from the bottom as well. When we're done with this, we're going to prime the floor. We're going to probably undercoat the floor, and then we're going to put some sound deadener down. So we'll do a little bit here. I'll show you what we're doing with the seam sealer, and then we'll move on. All right. All right, we're going to start over here on the pasture side. I got myself a little spreader and a little Bondo deal. This stuff is sticky and messy, so we'll do whatever we can. I got some rubber gloves on. We'll do whatever we can not to get it all over everything and all over me. So we'll see what we can get done here. Start in the middle. Hopefully this comes out good. I've had this seam sealer laying around for a little while. I bought it a while ago. I don't know what's going on here. We can't get her. Oh, there she comes. Ooh. Oh yeah. Comes out of there like glue. And we'll go back with the spreader here and get it all sealed up. Across this bottom here. We're just going over anywhere we welded. What we're doing. Try to stop any moisture from getting in. I'm gonna go up and hit this box that I put in a while ago. This is the notch out for the pasture head on the LS. We had to box that out because the firewall is just a little too close, and if we didn't do this, we would have had to move the motor forward quite a ways. We don't want that. So filled in a couple other spots here, so we'll go ahead and do that. A couple other holes that we filled in. Try to hit all them. This firewall had a whole bunch of holes in it. We filled all of them in earlier. Got a couple of holes there. We'll just goop a little in there. All right. Take a minute here and spread this out a bit. See how well we can get this done. How big a mess we can make. Yeah. We're going to cover it up a little primer and some undercoating, I guess, is probably what we're going to use. So I guess if it looks a little messy, it is what it is. Nobody's going to see it anyway. It's going to be under a floor, under the carpet, whatever. We'll just spread that out a little. Make a big mess. Yeah. It'll be all right though. Not going to be judged by what this looks like, so worst case scenario. I just don't want the sticky crap all over my hands. It's definitely some gooey stuff. So yeah, and we'll go under the car when this is done. We'll go under the car and do the same thing underneath it. So hopefully it will curb any more rust that we got started. Hopefully. Lick my finger there a little bit and we'll go around that so you can get up in there real nice. Get that hole filled in up there. I'm gonna go grab a paper towel. I'll be right back. Wasn't prepared. I should have had one, but all right. That wasn't so serious. So let's get a little more on the side here. Set that down for a second. Had to build a patch panel here. I didn't buy this kick panel. I didn't realize how bad it actually was, and I couldn't have got the new panel here quick enough. I was kind of getting to the point where I needed to get this done. I don't know, maybe some of you guys are like me. After I work on something for a little while, I want to see results and I want to see them right away. And if I don't, I kind of get bored and deterred and jump into something else, and that project just doesn't get done. Well, that's why this one's taking so long, because that's happened to me here. A year ago when I started working on this, I thought I was going to have it running and driving by now. And as you can see, that's not happening. But we'll get her. We'll get her. I do have to say, though, that we intended to just make this car run. We weren't going to get too carried away on how it looked. We didn't really care about that, but the more and more I looked at it, thought about it, and I saw this rust, we just decided that we better fix some of it. We can't just ignore it. You know, it just, I don't know. It weighed on me a little bit to make that decision, but hey, in the end, we'll be happy with what we got. It'll make a nice car out of it here. And you can see, hopefully you can see in the video, we're not getting really carried away here of worrying about what it looks like. We're just trying to fill that gap up, trying to fill that seam up. We got a little extra there, so that's fine. This little body mount that's down here by where I'm working right now, that was pretty rusty. Rocker panels are pretty rusty on the top. If you ever done one of these old cars, the rocker panel is a two-piece inner and outer. The inners are actually really nice. The outer wasn't so much. But this is going to be a patina car. I didn't want to paint it, so we're doing what we can here to live with what we got. So we opted to just patch up what was there. Now I'm going to go across the center of this hump here because I put some spot welds in there. Stuff almost works like Bondo, or looks like Bondo, but all we're trying to do is fill up some holes here of where we spot welded. I can see them. I don't think we're going to have any leaks there, but who knows. I know that if we goop enough of this here seam sealer up on it, it'll probably help. So, and if it doesn't, yeah, we can say we tried, at least, you know. Who knows? Well, there, that's going along pretty fast here. Got a little spot there, looks like I missed. It's already starting to set up, so that's kind of neat. Get this done quickly, very quickly. Hopefully I got enough of this stuff. I did buy a couple of tubes. I got them off the Jungle website, if you're wondering where to get it. It was on there, and hopefully you saw the part number then when I showed you the bottle. If not, it's an AC Delco number. I've used this stuff in the past. AC Delco 10-2013 or 1237-8500. Either way, gets you the same stuff. Cheapest thing you can find on the old Jungle site there. Cheapest thing I found anyway, and it works really well. So it'll fill your gappers. So, and that's all we're trying to do. We're trying to plug up where we seamed it, We're trying to make sure that we don't get any moisture, top or bottom, because it exposed some fresh steel around, you know, and we just want to make sure that we don't help that nasty rust come back by not taking care of our seam. So, and again, it doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't. It's just got to fill the gap, you know. I'm not a professional here, so all I'm doing is giving you what I'm doing. If I'm doing it wrong, hey, let me know. I don't know. It seems to work. It's not the first time I've done it, so the last time it worked. And I'm sure in the comments there, if you want to, you can tell me how dumb I am and what I'm doing wrong, and that's fine. Maybe I'll learn something out of it, and the next time I do it, I'll maybe do it right. But for now, this seeming works. So we had a little bit of rust over here where we patched up a couple spots on the rocker. So we'll get that fixed up a little. It's just like spreading Bondo, in which I do not want to do on this car. So we're going to just call it good with that. Get a couple spots here that we spot welded everything together. Make sure that we get them holes nice and full. Don't want any reason for that rust. That rust is not our friend. So, a little bit left over here on this side. And we'll get that in there. Like I said, hopefully I got enough to do the other side here. This tube's feeling a little light already. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, look at that. Look at that there. Got them seams fixed up. They're looking good already. I did weld a little bit over here on the edge, so we're going to run a little bit right on the edge of our rocker here, because that's where the weld is. So it's all said and done, you won't even be able to tell it's there though, so that's good. If we have to, we'll come with a razor blade and round that corner off after we're done. So you just want to make sure that we get this whole edge. It was it was a little bit of the holy nature when we were trying to weld it. But again, I do not want to put rockers on it. I do not want to paint anything on the outside of this car. We want to leave it as it was from 1950 and let it be. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. We're not going for any show car. This is going to be a driver. This is going to be just a family cruiser. We're going to go to our local cruise nights, and we got a couple of them around here now, and it's kind of starting up. For a long time in our area, there wasn't much going on. The last couple of years, it's picked up a bit. We do a local supper cruise some nights during the week, which is kind of fun, and we normally take a motorcycle. But hopefully when this car's all done, we can cruise this old girl. That's kind of what we're trying to build here, is something that the whole family can enjoy. Well, whoever will fit in a business coupe anyway. So maybe the wife and the grandkids, or just the grandkids, and we'll leave the wife home. Either way, could be a fun time. Either way. So yeah, there. Looks like I got a little bit of a spot I missed up here. Let's get a little in there. And then we're going to jump to the other side quick. I'll resituate the camera, and you can watch me do this all over again. Yeah, okay, we'll be right back. Getting all dizzy with this here camera work. Get it over here, get it stuck up there, we'll get you turned. All right, we're back. We're on the driver's side now, obviously. We got some repair work over here that we did. We did a lot more of the kick panel, floor panel here. So we're gonna have a lot more to seal up over here. And it was a little tricky, very tricky. This panel was not a friendly one to do. This round one that I'm seaming right now, we had to cut a couple of different angles into her, get her so she would fit in that radius of the actual firewall. So we've got some extra holes up here that I'm just kind of throwing some goop on. Hopefully that fills them up, and we don't have any leaks coming from the firewall side. So we did take out the air holes that are in the firewall that were there for the fresh air that come into the car. If you have one of these old cars, you know what I'm talking about. They ran from the grill all the way back, and we've taken them out and filled them holes in that were in there. So, all right, take a break here, and we'll get it spread out a little bit before that stuff gets hard. Oh, look at there! Don't do that! Don't do that! Don't put your hand right in the middle of what you just did. That wasn't very smart. But hey, nobody accused me of that anyway, being smart. But kind of like when I was welding up the floor, and I leaned right where I got done welding, and yep, burnt the heck out of my arm. Gave me a nice big blister. Didn't feel good, but learn from your mistakes, right? Isn't that the best way to do it? Do something really stupid and you'll never do it again? Well, I can't say that because I've done really stupid stuff, and I've just turned around and do it again. So, slow learner. That's what that is. That's a slow learner. But I was told a long time ago, and I'll repeat this to everybody I know: best lesson in life is when it costs you money or hurts you. Costs you pain or money. It's a good lesson. Very good lesson. An ex-boss tell me that. Former boss tell me that one day, and I'll be darned if it wasn't true. And it's held true ever since. So, yep. I'll tell you that story some other day, but it's kind of funny how that one went down. So, and I repeat that to everybody around me. So, yeah. Oh, look at there. That stuff got really sticky really fast. I'm going to go around here and try to get all the big stuff done here quick. I need to get back up there around where that hole was in the firewall here. But I want to make sure I got enough goop for the rest of it first. I do have another tube, but hopefully that'll last on the bottom, not just up here. Hopefully that'll be enough. Sure should be. Sure should be. Well, that's a deep one there, where that tunnel goes together. We're just filling in that seam there. Get as much of this in the holes as we can. We're in that seam, so get that opportunity for that moisture to stay out, because that would be good. Moisture doesn't have to come play with us. hopefully there's enough room underneath that I can get up into this tunnel. With that big 6L90 in there, it might not be a lot of room. I might have to struggle a little bit on that one, but we'll get it one way or another. We'll get her. There. That's looking pretty good. Let's go down the middle here and get the spot welds, since I can see where they're at. We'll just make sure there's no cracks or pinholes in them that is going to let any moisture in. I do believe I better get up in here before I can't. Unfortunately, hopefully I got enough left. And we'll wet our finger here. Go up in there. Get that full. All right, got our paper towel over handy. Boy, that's some sticky stuff. Sticky stuff. We'll go down here. And I went ahead and I cleaned this floor with some card cleaner. I also went over it with air, vacuumed it all out first, obviously it'll back up. Vacuumed it all out, hit it with some card cleaner, hit it with air, blew out every piece of dust I could find, you know. I don't want to fight any of that. So that's what we did there to clean it. Took a rag and wiped it all down with that card cleaner. And in hopes that as soon as this stuff dries, we can come back in and get going on some primer for this fresh metal. We don't want that exposed. So yeah, we're going to prime top and bottom. I don't know if it's necessary, but we're going to do it anyway. I don't want that bare metal exposed, and I don't want the opportunity for any moisture to get into that bare metal. So that is what we are going to do. Again, maybe I don't need to. I don't know, but we're going to, whether we need to or not. So if a little bit is good, a lot's got to be better, right? Maybe not, but that's what we're going to have. So let's get this finished up here real quick. I read the instructions on the side of this tube, and it says that I should be able to paint it within about 60 minutes after I put this down. So hopefully we'll come back here in a little bit and be able to spray a little primer in here and get that part done. Here I am again on this edge. This side was worse than the other side when I come out to this far edge like this, where I just put a cap on the rocker. It was a lot worse on the outside. I'll show you at some point. I'll come over here and I'll show you the rocker. There ain't much left of the outside, but again, I don't want to paint the car. It's a patina car, you know. You open up a whole nother can of worms when you're going to paint something, and I'm just too lazy. I'll tell you right up front. There's just no way I'm going to do that amount of work. This was supposed to be a fun build to start with, and yeah, we are definitely not going to paint the car. There's just way too much involved in that, and I'd rather drive the car. I don't really care what it looks like. I think it's Mother Nature made it look like this after 73, 74 years. It must want it to look that way. So that's what we got. We're not going to change that up. Mother Nature's smarter than me. So she turned it this way. We're going to let it stay. All right. Just about done here with the seam sealing. I'm going to take a second and look around. Make sure I didn't miss anything. We'll clean this up here a little bit with my edge. Make sure I got that full where we might have had to go down and maybe fix up a couple holes that was in that rust before we could stick our fancy new top on there. So yeah, there you have it. I believe we got our seam sealer on. Again, I'm not a professional. I'm just a guy in the garage having fun. I thought it'd be fun to bring you along. So hopefully you learned something, or I learned something, or one of us does something. But along the way, we're gonna have fun. That's just how that's gonna go. So hopefully we have fun. If you ain't having fun, don't do it. And so far I'm having fun. So we're gonna take a break here. We're gonna let that set up a bit. And I'm gonna keep dabbing maybe here where I think I seen some open spots. I probably didn't. There's nothing pretty about this at all. This whole seam here looks a little weird, so we're just gonna run a little more back up in there and try to get that spread out nice and even. There we go, that looks better. That looks better already. One of my things with this car is I want it to be quiet. I want it to be temperature cool, you know, inside. It will have air conditioning at some point. Right away it might not. So we're gonna do what we can to make this floor quiet, to make this floor keep the exhaust heat out of it and not radiate any extra heat more than normal, what's going to come through the windows. Got to be nice and cool going down the road, or it's not enjoyable to do. So we will we'll go the extra mile here, and we'll try to make everything quiet and cool. So okay, we'll be back in a little bit. As soon as this dries up a bit, we'll come back and we'll splash some Turbo Can Rust-Oleum primer on it. I'll see you in a bit. Well guys, we're back. We got our seam sealer. I'll flip this around here. Got our seam sealer dried up. I did go ahead and put some primer. It's some Rust-Oleum conversion primer. I don't know if it works or not, but I primed up all the spots where the original firewall stuff was. Kind of had some rusty surface, scale surface on it. So I did that. Got our seam sealer all done there. Yep, looks good, looks all right. And now we're going to prime this whole floor. I'm gonna use one of them Rust-Oleum turbo cans. We'll walk over there, take a peek at that, and prime all this bare metal. Does have kind of a sealant. As I said the other day before I did the seam sealer, we sprayed it all down with some carb cleaner, wiped it all off, got all the oily substance off, but it's looking pretty good. We'll go over here. Sorry about that, make you sick walking around. I'll show you what we use. We use this, flip this around. We use this rust reformer on that floor. I don't know, like I said, if that's worth the hoot or not. That's what we used. We had some weld through primer underneath that new floor. This is what we're going to prime with. The old Turbo Can. Boy, them things are big. And then we're going to come back after that and we're going to hit it with some rubberized undercoating, top and bottom. Everything I do on the top, we're going to do on the bottom. I'll try to seal this floor up so it'll last another 70 some years, because we all know today's metal's probably not as good as what they were back in the day. So we're going to get this flipped around here. I'll see if I can get this camera set someplace, and we will get our what am I doing here? I don't know. Got an issue going on here. Yeah, fighting the camera. That's yeah. We'll get there. We'll get it. We'll get it. Gotta get you. Oh, hey, sorry. Ha. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get this camera set and I'll be back. Well, that was a chore. We'll get our can shaker going here. Got this off the old Jungle website. Handiest paint shaker I've ever seen. Just throw your can in there. Now this turbo can might be a little bit different, but we'll see. We got it tightened up in there. Hopefully it'll stay. We won't lose it. sometimes get going a little too much and they like to shake out of there. So we'll get her tightened up. We'll just get her going. Oh, see, it's already coming out of there. Just get her tightened up. I need to figure out a better way. That's the only bad thing about this design in this can is, or this can shaker, is it doesn't like to hold the can very well when you get going real fast. So just give it a short little shake. Get her good and mixed up. Probably good because it shook the heck out of me. So the balls are rattling in there. We're going to put a little protection on the old face here so we don't breathe in all these fumes. Got some gloves. We'll grab the camera again here in a second. I'll be right back. Well, actually, I'll put this down. I'll grab the camera. There we go. Get you all sick and shook up. We'll get over here and we'll try to get this down. It's like 45 degrees here in my shop today. It's pretty cold. I do have a little heater blowing in the car, so we get a little bit better adhesion, I suppose we'd call it. But so we're gonna go over there. We're gonna pop the camera up on that side of the car so you can kind of get a good view of what we're doing. Sorry, I'm a little confused this morning. I don't know. Running around like a chicken with my head cut off here, trying to figure out the best way. All right, here we go. I get you hooked up here. We'll get you turned so you can see what we're doing. Sorry for the goofy angle, but there we go. Let me grab my protective gear. And we'll get going on this turbo can. I don't know if you ever used these turbo cans before, but boy, do they cover quickly. So I'll be back here in a second. You won't be able to hear me talk very well. But it sure beats sucking in the fumes, so. Here we go. Well, we got the floor done here in the car. We got the rubberized undercoating sprayed down. It's just drying yet. It's not quite dry all the way. Looks pretty darn good though. I mean, it finished up after the seam sealing and sealing it all up. She looks like brand new. So, if you remember, we put all new floors in, seam sealed it, cleaned it, primed it, and then put the rubberized undercoating, all Rust-Oleum products. Not that this is a commercial for Rust-Oleum, but that's what I got. So, next, we'll walk over here to the counter. Next, we'll get ready to put down the, I don't know, boom mat, I guess this is called. I'll flip this around. I ordered this a long time ago. I seen it on the old Jungle website and ordered that up because I knew eventually we would need it. I'm looking at the packing slip. Looks like I ordered it well over a year ago. Not that that matters, but so yeah, our 50 Chevy Business Coupe's coming along. We're slowly getting things done. I got that floor all ready to go now, and we can move on. We got the transmission cross member mount in there finally. Motor and transmission are sitting in it correctly. We got, I believe, 3 degrees, slightly, give or take a little bit of angle there. I'm assuming that's what it's supposed to be after looking everything up. That's what seems like everybody else is doing, and I don't know. Seemed like a good idea. So, that's in there. Cross members in there. Floor's ready. I do believe one of the next episodes we'll probably get this boom mat down. I was going to throw it in right now before I finished up this video, but I stopped. I think I want to get the wiring done. I want to get the door panels off of it. I want to get some other stuff done before I put that down, for fear of me maybe wrecking it or doing something. So we're gonna wait. We'll do the boom mat later. We definitely want this car quiet. We want this car cool inside, and so that's what we'll do in a future episode. I believe we will probably move on, and I got one of my boxes down, and in this box here, we'll flip it around and you'll kind of see. I'll set my stuff over here to the side. We got ourselves a brand new fuel tank going in, so I do believe that'll be our next step. We'll slide under there. We'll probably finish up what am I trying to say? We'll probably finish up the sealing up the bottom. We'll probably get the bottom all done, just like the top of the floor. I don't know if I'll film that for you. Maybe I will. It's not rocket science, but while we're under there, we're going to try to get this fuel tank set up in place, and maybe start running some fuel lines, stuff like that. But that'll be coming up. I appreciate you watching. If you made it this far, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that like button. Go ahead and share a comment, share the video, call your friends up. Tell them that this is what you've been doing, is watching me try to fix stuff. So, again, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode. Coming up soon. Take care. God bless. See ya.